Okay, thank you, ma'am. I welcome all my friends, my colleagues, and our expert, Dr. R. Priyatharshini, ma'am, from UK, to this 6-day online Atal FDP program on mastering data visualization, a hands-on approach with Power BI. I welcome once again. Before starting the session, let me give brief introduction to the our expert Priyadarshini ma'am. She is currently working as lecturer and program director, degree apprenticeships, Cardiff School of Technologies, Cardiff Metropolitan University, UK. She has completed her PhD degree from 2017 from Anna University, and she is having more than 22 years of teaching experience at various universities and academic and research. And she has successfully guided 4 research scholars to their PhD degree, and more than 100 undergraduate and master students have finished their thesis dissertation under Priyadarshini ma'am. So our research interests are data science, machine learning, computer vision, medical image analysis. Madam has published more than 40 papers, uh, 40 Scopus Index paper, more than 5 book chapters, peer-reviewed journal publication more than 14, and papers in international conference, more than 23 papers in international conference she has published. And also she has given a invited talks in the conference 5 times, invited talks at the university levels more than 10, and our papers are cited more than 280 times. Our citation is 280 plus. Apart from this, Madam has got fundings from the so many organizations. One such fundings I would like to mention here. She has received an external funding of £10,000 from British Council through the Springboard program for establishing UK France ECR partnership in January 2024. Apart from this, Madam has received awards. One such awards I would like to mention is Yuva Mentor as a Change Maker Award, Yuva Incubated and Kites Education and the awardee agency in 2021. So this is a brief introduction to the our esteemed expert. Thank you, ma'am, for joining our today's session and agree to give a share the knowledge. And once again welcome you, ma'am. Priyadharshini, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Shankar, for introducing me to the team of participants, and thank you for sharing about my research interest and profile. And thank you so much. And a very good evening to everyone present here today. And it's glad to be here as part of this Atal FTP program. And as Dr. Shankar introduced me, so I'm. Let me quickly introduce. Am I audible? Or there's a hand raise from Pooja?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
All right. Sorry. Okay. I thought there's some technical issue.
No, ma'am.
No.
I've made you as a presenter. You can start.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay. All right. All right. So, sorry about that. So, let me quickly introduce about myself. So, I'm Dr. Priya, and currently working as the lecturer and program director at Cardiff Metropolitan University, UK. And as the doctor mentioned, so my research interests are in the field of data science, machine learning, and also towards computer vision, especially towards medical image analysis. So I've been into this the field of which like if you just look back, the era started literally decades ago, like getting the data, analyzing the data, getting insights. So I started my journey towards this data science era like in 2006, if I'm not wrong. So when I was doing my master's, so I started my first data analysis stuff for my master, the master project. So that's how it started. I'm just moving on the journey. And so I thought, okay, maybe because I and because I thought, I mean, I should accept this invitation from the President's University. And Dr. Praveen, thank you for sharing the invitation, and it's glad to be here again. And so maybe this is a forum where maybe I can just share my pathway and how I come across, how I'm using these how I'm traveling through this data science pathway, and what tools are exist, and how it could be effectively utilized towards getting useful insights out of the data. Maybe I thought I can share my my expertise around this particular topic area. So that's about me and my role here today. And so thank you for joining us. And okay, I'm gonna quickly share my screen. Because I'll be moving on into the screen sharing mode. So at any point, if there is any technical difficulty, if you couldn't hear me, or if you couldn't see my slides, or if in between, if I'm playing some videos, if you couldn't hear the audio, so at any technical difficulties, you can unmute and tell me, and Dr. Shankar can help me on that, because I'll not be able to see the see the audience or the chat,
Sure,
since I'll
ma'am.
be in
Sure,
the
ma'am.
screen sharing mode. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Shankar. All right, so now with that note, I would like to start sharing my screen. Sharing my screen. Hope my slides are visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for confirming. All right, so this is the topic.
Tu भी रोजा
Oh,
Reva.
someone got unmuted. All right, hope it's visible.
Ma'am, you're on mute. You're not audible.
Ma'am, unmute yourself, ma'am.
Am
Dr.
I
Priya,
audible?
you got to unmute
Yeah,
yourself. Yeah.
yeah, it is. It is in my end. It's unmuted. Is it? Am I audible now?
Yes,
Yes, you
ma'am.
are.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. So now I'm going back to my screen. Slides. Okay. All right. So this is the topic I brought for today. Enhancing reports with interactive data visualization. And towards this topic, I would like to start here. The importance of data visualization and storytelling. Towards organizational decision making, because if we look at current era, right, so the organizations are data driven, so they are moving towards data driven decision making. So they would like to analyze the data about the performance, where they stand and how they do, and they want to get all that insights from the data, and then based on the insights discovered, then they would like to go further decision making to improve or to optimize their current performance. So this data visualization, it plays a, the data analysis, I would say the data analysis, analyzing their organizational data and getting the insights, right? So that it really plays a vital role in every business organization. So in every business organization, there will be a role in most of the organization, if we see at real time. So there will be a role named data analyst or data scientist. So there might be multiple roles, I would say, all around, I would like to narrow down here. So there will be a role like, data analyst. So the role of a data analyst will be like, so the data analyst need to acquire the data, organizational data, use the suitable tools, analyze the data, get the insights, and then share the insights to the top management. So this will be the role of a data analyst. So obviously when the data analyst carry out the data analysis task, so obviously the data analyst should do the storytelling. It means like, the data analyst should present the insights discovered after data analysis, right? The insights need to be discovered, like, it should be presented. Okay, what's the story behind this particular data, right? So that need to be presented to the organization, top management, so they go with further decision making. So that's why I want to like literally pick this one, like data visualization and storytelling, and the importance of it. It plays a vital role in every business organization. And okay, now I'll take you towards the data visualization. That's how the scope of the FTP and the session has been planned. I'm going to take you towards. So I would like to start with gathering some your perspectives around data visualization. So I would like to start with like two questions. The first one is like, I would like to hear from you. If I ask you to define what is data visualization, how will you define that? So, there is a code. You could say I'm just using Menti here. So you can go to menti.com and you can share this code in on your screen on menti.com, right? So, and if you could share your screen, I'm happy to present the slides in Menti so that we can see your responses, right? So if you want me to share the code, I'm happy to share this Menti code in Teams chat. Not getting the chat. Okay, I'm showing loading the chat. Okay, okay. Let me go back to the slide. So this is the code. All right. So you can use the code. My screen is visible. So now I would like, if you have noted the code, now I'm gonna go to the menti.com. I'm gonna present my screen towards the first question to see the responses. So now you can see the code also here. It's like displayed here. You can see, and you can just go to menti.com and you can type the code, and you will be able to answer the first question. What is data visualization from your perspective? Is that accessible? Menti is accessible via the code. Is it fine at your end? Are you able to see the question on your screen after entering the code? Is there any difficulty? Please let me know.
Yeah, we can see, ma'am.
Yes. All right. Yeah. I think the response started coming. Thank you so much. All right. So putting the data in a pictorial representation and getting insights on the data. Yeah, that's true. Putting the data in a pictorial, graphical representation, right? So that we can get the useful insights. Turning numbers into meaningful visuals. Yeah, that's true. Graphical representation. Yeah, you're right. Visualizing the customer journey. Okay, if you're analyzing customer data, right? So how the customer journey is, right? We want to visualize that. Data visualization is a graphical representation. So I could see from most of the responses, so now data visualization is when we have a raw data, right? So converting your or transforming your raw data into a visual form, making some graphical visualization out of the data so that the graph, it gives you a lot of insights about the data, right? So I think most of you have covered. Yeah, there are different graphs. Yeah, I'm gonna go on slowly into that. So thank you for sharing your responses. So yeah, that's true. So that is what data visualization is. Now the second question, why is it important? Why is it crucial? Why data visualization is crucial in analytics and decision making? So that is my second question. I would like to present my next question. So Yes. Why data visualization is it crucial? Why is it important in analytics and decision making? So it is legible, valid. Okay, I'm gonna present it. The responses. Okay, any other thoughts, like why data visualization, like presenting the data into a graphical form? Why is it very important? Why is it very crucial in terms of analytics, data analytics, and decision making? Any other thoughts around this? Why this is very important? What it gives you, like basically data visualization. Any other thoughts from anyone? Okay, okay, it gives us a quick understanding about the data, right? Because we are able to see the quick insights around it. Okay, amazing. I could see lovely responses, like it reveals patterns and trends. Amazing. That's very true, right? Because when you have the raw data, really it will be difficult for us to figure out the patterns behind the data, right? So, and obviously with the raw data, it's difficult to find the trends out of the data, right? Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, it helps us to understand, enhances comprehension. Yes, that's true. It simplifies the complex data. That's very true. Amazing. I think you've got almost the right points. Thank you so much for sharing your responses here. Now I'm gonna take back to you to my slides. So, like, yeah, this is what basically, right, as you well mentioned. So data visualization is like transforming your complex data into a easily understandable form in the form of a graphical visualizations, right, in the form of a charts or graphs, dashboards, and all that, right? So why is it very important? So obviously, we are able to identify the trends or the patterns exist with the data, right? And obviously that insights, that graphical insights, it with that insights, like obviously it helps in taking better decisions, right? Yeah, like it improves the organizational decision making process, right? So it facilitates better decisions, right? With the data, with the insights, the organizations are able to take better decisions, right? So this is what some background around. So like because instead of, I thought, like instead of that, like, taking you all to the hands on, I thought, like so maybe I can start with some fundamentals of, like what is data visualization, why is it important, what it gives us, basically how it helps people or organizations. So that I thought, so that's why I brought this slide. Now with that clear understanding on the definition and importance of data visualization, right? So I would like to just go with like I have few more slides, two to three slides to show you some fundamentals. Then I'll be moving on with the activities, right? So I mean, as I said, like so obviously, like you can convert your data into a graphical representation, right? So what sort of graphical representations, right? So you can do some graphical visualizations, like there are different, like as charts, right, or graphs or charts, right? So there are different types of charts. Might be you could have used most of them in your day-to-day routines, or when you deal with the data, when you do some data analysis related projects, right? So maybe you could have used you could have used these chart types, right? So these are the different chart types, basic chart types, and also there are some advanced visualization options. Someone got unmuted.
మీరు అది ఆన్ చేస్తే గుర్తొచ్చింది.
Okay, someone got unmuted, Dr. Shankar. Hope I can continue. All right. So these are all the different chart types and some advanced visualization options. Like we can create heat maps, or we can create tree maps, histograms. We can do some geographical visualizations with the spatial, geospatial data, and all that we can do. So these are all some different types of data visualization we can literally do. And next is in terms of the tools. So if you look at in terms of the tools and the software which is available for data visualization, so I would categorize the tools into three categories. Okay, so maybe the first category is for the begin I would start with the beginner friendly tools, right? So obviously the tools like Excel, as we all know, and because Excel and the Excel has a lot of options, right, to do the graphical visualizations, right, with your data, right? So, and you can do Excel, that's for beginners, right? And then maybe for the, I would say for the intermediate level, I would say there are that I would say these two are the top two most widely used tools for analyzing the data to get the insights. I would say Tableau and Power BI, they are holding the major market share, right? So So these are the tools, and obviously I would, when I go with, I'll put advanced category, tool as the Python. I'll put a Python into the advanced category. So you can also use Python. Okay, there are a lot of libraries exist, especially for to support your data visualization. So you can import your data into the any Python notebook, or into any Jupyter or Google Colab, or you can use any framework. Okay, you can use any platform where you can just do the Python, basic Python scripts, and you can bring your data in.
When he had called, I had not received his call again.
I think someone got unmuted. Right.
Yeah, we can continue. I will mute the.
All right, sir. All right. Okay, no worries. Okay, so Python. So that's all. I'll put it, that is the advanced category of tools. So even you can use Python. There are libraries Matplot library, Seaborn. There are a lot. These are all the the libraries available with the Python. Okay, and these libraries support data visualization tasks. Okay, and also there is a R is another language. It has a package named ggplot, so that supports data visualization tasks. So there are many more. So I've just covered up the most widely used. Okay, so these are all the tools available now. In terms of today's session, so I'm planning to because first I would like to know the background of audience, as as we have participants from diverse backgrounds. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question in Menti. That is my next question. So I would like to know your backgrounds, because how many of you know Tableau, Power BI, and based on that, because I can customize my flow. But in terms of today's session, today and also tomorrow, I'm doing the session. So in terms of today's and tomorrow's session, so I'll be covering, because in terms of data visualization, I would pick it up. So based on the maybe the time availability also, I'm planning to do some basic data analysis with Tableau, and maybe with Python, with Power BI. So tomorrow, today, I'm planning Tableau and Python. And maybe if time permits, I'll also show you based on availability of time, I'll just take you towards further. And maybe tomorrow will be dedicated for data analysis using Power BI, what all how we can do the interactive data visualization, right, with Tableau, Power BI. So all that will be covered in today and tomorrow's session. So I'm going to take you one after other. And before that, I would like to again, hope you are in the Menti. And there is a third question in Menti, because I would like to understand your background, how many of you know, or how many of you are, I'm going to share there's a next third question in the same, with the same code. If you go on, so you can give your responses, how many, which of the following data visualization are you most familiar with? I've given the options like Tableau, Power BI, Excel, and Python. So you can give, and or if you have not used any, you can choose none, no worries at all. Okay, so based now, because why I'm asking this is so that based on the audience, the background or the prior experience, I can feed in from the scratch, or I can feed in accordingly. So all right, so I've got some 4 responses. So 2 people have mentioned they worked with 3 for Excel and 2 for Python. Okay, good, that's great. I'm gonna wait for a minute to, okay, no worries. No worries, is one person have not experienced any tool, no worries at all. We can do this via this session. I'm gonna do that. Okay, there are 2 responses for Power BI, that's great. Okay, 3 for Power BI, the 6 in Excel, amazing, lovely. Okay, last 1 minute, I'm gonna just wait to get the complete responses, so that I can take the right decision, how depth I should, or how well I should start from the scratch, right? So based on the insights this visualization gives me, I'm going to take a decision towards that. Okay. Any more responses? Anyone would like to share your responses? All right.
Go.
Just gonna wait for a couple of seconds.
ಯಾಕೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು
Okay. Does anyone would like to give your response? All okay. All done. All right. So I've got so this I'm getting my I'm discovering the insights from this visualization. So I've got totally 11 responses. Okay, I'm analyzing, I'm interpreting the visualization now. So
Unable to respond.
someone got muted. Okay, so I'm interpreting this
Unable to respond.
visualization. I've got like 13 responses. Out of the 13 responses, I've got six people, they have experienced or they are familiar with the Excel, and four people familiar
Unable
with
to
Power
respond,
BI.
ma'am.
Sorry?
Unable
Not
to
able to
respond, ma'am.
respond, madam.
You're not able to give your
Chat.
response?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Chats are not open.
Chats, yeah, even I think Dr. Shankar, you have to help us. Even I couldn't share
Chat
in the
is
chat.
disabled, ma'am.
Yeah, yes. Even I tried. I couldn't use the chat in my
For
screen
external
also.
participants outside the Presidency University, chat is disabled, ma'am,
Yes,
for
sir.
security
Yes.
reasons.
Yes, sir. No worries. Yeah. So maybe you can give your responses, maybe because I have given the code, you can go to menti.com and you can share your responses directly. Yeah. Because I'm getting plenty of responses. All right. Okay. I'm stopping here because maybe if you want, I can give a minute for those who requested. Those who are finding difficult to access the chat. Okay, I'm giving a minute. Like if you would like to share, please go to menti.com. Okay, you can, if you just go to menti.com, I'm just pressing this down. Okay, so if you go to menti.com, right, if you type in your URL space, if you type, it'll ask you to give a code. If you share this code, okay, right, and like this question I'm presenting, right, it will be visible on your screen. Okay, it's quite accessible, this option is. All right. Okay. I'm stopping here. Okay, right. So now let me quickly move on. So I've got like 14 responses. So from the 14, out of the 14 responses, 6 people are familiar with Excel, 4 people are familiar with Python, and 4 people are familiar with Power BI, and 1 person have not used any data visualization tool further, right? So this is my this is what my visualization says, and from the visualization now my decision making will be towards, because as I mentioned, I would like to cover Tableau, Excel today, and Power BI tomorrow, right? So maybe I would like to, because I would say, because Tableau also is one of the most widely used tool in industries, okay, towards data driven decision making. I would say like Tableau and Power BI, they both are the top 2 stars, tools, or most widely used tools, I would say. Since there are I would like to start do like Tableau today. If time permits, I'll quickly show the Excel might be. So right, and Excel and Python based on the availability of time, and then tomorrow we'll be doing the Power BI. Okay, so now that's my decision based on my responses. All right, so thank you so much for sharing, and I really appreciate that. Now I'm going to go on. Okay, right. Okay, so all right, so literally to move on, maybe like this one more slide towards concept. So obviously when we have the data, right, so obviously these aspects are important before, obviously when you're gonna do some data, analyze your data, when you're going to analyze your data, right? So before start analyzing your data, you need to look into the data and you need to see if there is any data cleaning needed, because sometimes the data set you have got, it might have some missing values, okay, or there might be some outliers, okay. When I say outliers, okay, have you come across this term outliers before? Is anyone would like to share about what is an outlier?
The
Anything
data
outside
sets are
the
out of
data set area,
outside.
not connected with the data set.
Yes.
Any data,
Yeah.
any data is irrelevant or irrelevant to the range. Any data which
Yes.
is too
Yeah.
out of scope, out
Yes,
of range.
exactly. Yeah, that's
Out of
perfect
range
answer.
data.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, because that's what outlier is, basically a data and the characteristics of the data, right? It if it doesn't fall within the prescribed range, or if it looks exceptional, right, than the characteristics of the remaining data samples in the data set. So we call it as a outlier. Obviously, for example, if I have a housing data set and if there is a column house, like, price column, and if I have some negative values, right, for the price, right, so it means like, it looks to, it's an outlier kind of that, right? So we need to deal with that. Okay, so that's what basically we call it as data cleaning. So we need to, before start analyzing your data, you need to look into your data. If there are some missing values, okay, for any fields, you need to deal with, like, you can fill that missing values with a, like, average value of the particular column, or mean, median, or average value. Put a value and you can fill it up. Okay, there are a lot of missing values. Okay, so the predictions you make out of the data might not be accurate, right? So that's what, like, you need to look into that if there are any outliers. Okay, whether to remove or the samples, or to fill in the values. Okay, some values in place of outliers. All that you need to look into. You need to deal with that. Okay, so that is what is called basically data cleaning. So take your data, look into it. If needed, do all this, like, data cleaning as required. Okay, and then it will, like, put your data, plan your data analysis. How I can do my, like, an analysis. So do that, like, do some planning around data, organize your data. And then if needed, okay, maybe if, like, there's something called data transformation. Data transformation is basically when you have your raw data, sometimes you may need to I can show you some example today or tomorrow based on the task how we go with. So sometimes you might need to transform your data into a form suitable for analysis. Okay, right. For example, if you have a data, right, and that has values with the decimal scales, okay, right, I want only whole numbers for the particular attribute, then you can do the transformation, right, kind of that. Or I'll show you a couple of examples where you do the hands or kind of that. Okay, so just bringing your data, like, sometimes you can do some aggregations. Okay, you can get some, for example, if I have a sales value, I can, like, aggregate it into higher scales, like, sales, I can make it to, like, weekly. If there's a daily sales data is available, I can aggregate with, like, weekly sales, monthly sales, kind of that. Okay, similarly, you can do aggregation as one kind of transformation. You can do normalization. Normalization is like, converting your data values into a all your data values into a specified range. Okay, for example, there are different types of normalization is there. Like, for example, if I want to convert all your data into a range of 0 to 1, okay, I can do that. Okay, there are different types of techniques, like, we can use min-max normalizations, let's go normalization. A lot of things are there. So we can use, if you want to convert. Okay, for example, if the data values are, like, if they deviates among themselves. Okay, if the deviation is very high. Okay, if you feel you want to confine all the data values into a specific range. Okay, so that normalization sometimes will help you to bring more accurate insights from the data. Okay, or sometimes if you need to do some filtering. Okay, if there's something irrelevant, you want to filter it out. Okay, all that you can do. Okay, so these are some basic data transformation. So all this you can do before you start your data analysis. Okay, so that's why I brought this slide. Now having all this insights now, so now I'm going to take you towards tasks. Okay, so this is my actually, I planned for 3 activities today. Okay, I'm going to give, like, creating some basic charts with Excel, with Tableau, with Python. So I'm going to prioritize based on your responses. I'm going to prioritize. So I'm going to take Tableau first. Okay, and then we'll move on. I'll show you quickly Python and Excel. Okay, right. So to start with, like how to do interactive dashboard with the Tableau. Okay, so that is the first activity for today, right? So before I move on, is everything fine till now? Can I continue? All right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to start
The only
off
catch is
now.
Tableau is not installed.
Yeah.
The only
Sorry.
catch is Tableau is not installed. The only
Oh,
catch
all right.
is
Okay. You
Tableau
don't
is
have the
not
Tableau.
installed.
Okay. No worries. What you can do is maybe because no worries. I know after the session, you can, for example, if you go to like tableau.com after, like, maybe now you can, I'll show you the demo now. You can work on it. Maybe if you have a questions, you can come back to me tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll be there with your session, right? So what you can do is you can install the Tableau. You can just go to tableau.com. I'll share my slides today after the session. My slides contain all the resources, relevant links. Okay, so I'll share the link where you can find the Tableau, or you can go to tableau.com. Okay, it's a standard portal where can find a Tableau. See, you can see here, like, so if we are like, for academicians, for the students and or the teachers, right? So we can get a 1 year free access to Tableau. We don't need to pay anything. It's a free one, right? So you can install this using this link. You can install the Tableau. All right. So this is one thing you can do in terms of installation. Okay. So you can install this. Okay, so I have Tableau in my laptop. I'm going to show you how to do the data analysis and visualization with Tableau. Before that, okay, I would like to introduce the data set I have with me for today. Hope you have received the data set also. Invited, yeah. So one. And in terms of the data set, so let me take one very familiar data set, mostly used across demonstrations. So let me take this data set. Okay, so this is a sales data set. Okay, uh, a sample superstore data set. Okay, if if you could see the because obviously when you're given some data, the first task is you need to look into the data. Okay, like you need to look into the data and see what data is available, what information is available. Okay, for example, you could see here this is the sales data. I could see like the orders placed by the customers, what item they bought, when they bought, like all that details will be available here. For example, if you could see here order details are there. Okay, and the shipment date, shipping mode, is it a first standard class or second class shipping? There are different shipping modes are there. Okay, and the customer details are there. Okay, and then where the particular order has been done, placed or processed, right? So which country, which city, all that location details, and then yeah, which region the sale was happened. And here you have a column like category. Okay, so categories, I think they are selling different category of products like furniture, office supplies. Okay, and technology products. Okay, there are different category of products. Or also and there is a column like subcategory. Okay, for example, if the category is furniture, okay, so they have subcategories like bookcases, chairs, tables. So they are the subcategories under the furniture, like that. Okay, so these are all the attributes we have here: category, subcategory, product name, what was the sale happened, okay, how much the sale was happened, okay, how many quantity they bought, is there any discount applied, what was the profit out of the sales, right? So these are the basic data we have in the data set. Okay, so as you could see it's a raw data, right? So now obviously just by seeing like this, I really can't make any decision just with this, right? I can't go individually and see to it, right? So that's why we go with our tools, right? Okay, I'm gonna take you into a Tableau now. So I've just opened my Tableau. Okay, I'm just going to first import my data, right? If you just go to click data, okay, if you click new data source, okay, the file I have is an Excel file. So I'm just opening an Excel file. Okay, right. So it's asked me to upload my data. I'm choosing my data, which I showed you now. Okay, I'm opening the data. Okay, so when I choose my data, okay, see, if you see here, this Excel, there are 3 sheets are there, okay? So the sheet which I explain now is the orders sheet, right? So there is a returns, okay, what products are returned, okay, like order ID and whether what products are returned, that details are here. And here the people details, okay? So the the person details from the 4 regions are there, okay? There are 3 sheets are here. So I've just got, okay, so I'm going to take the orders sheet. Okay, so what when you import your Excel file, right? So it shows you what all the what all the sheets available, worksheets available within the Excel, all that get displayed here. Okay, you need to just drag and drop your your sheet into the workspace. Okay, so I'm just going to I'm going to clicking and drag, I'm just dragging and dropping the orders here. So when I do that, okay, you could see, say, my data is moved into my workspace. You could see, right, orders, order ID, rights, and ship date, shipment, uh, then you can just go see here, like, customer detail segment, all that, whatever we saw in the Excel, we got it into the workspace now, right? Now, so now we have done the first step, like we have imported the data, right? Next is like, analyzing the data, okay? So if you could see down here, right? So like, you could see, like, we have to, like, first you have to create a worksheet, okay? Just click a new worksheet here, okay? You can, how many worksheets you want, you can create, and you can do your visualizations, okay? Create a new worksheet, okay? I'm just clicking that, okay? Right. So just, so I've got a worksheet now, right? So, let me explain this workspace here. For example, if you could see, so this is your data panel, right? So you could see all the attributes, whatever you have seen, okay, in the Excel, they're all available here. They're all brought here. Okay, and then so these are all, so these, if you could see, these are all the like, if you could see, like, categorical data, so like what category of product, city. So these contains categorical values, and like, the data panel has been split into two, okay? Like all the categorical attributes, okay, it comes in the like, top, and then like, all the measures. Okay, the measures mean the numerical, the attribute which holds the numerical values. So that comes here. So that's why the measures are here. Okay. So when you import it, you can find it. Okay. All the categorical attributes are like displayed in the, like, in the first, and then the numerical attributes are displayed. Okay. Measures like categories are displayed. Okay. So this is your data panel now, right? So then if you could see, let me introduce, like you have a, like, a row shelf here. Okay. This is a row shelf. This is a column shelf. Okay. And what, like, if you, like, to start your analysis, okay, for example, if, like, when you look in one, when you look, like when you look into your data, right, the first and foremost thing before you do the hands-on, what you need to do is you have to formulate the list of analytical questions, right? For example, like what analytical questions could be answered, like, with these, with this particular data, right? So when I see this data, maybe I'm getting insights, like, maybe I can formulate a question like, I have a column named category, maybe which category is top selling, right? Or which subcategory is like most profitable, right? Or kind of that, or what is, and which region is more profitable, kind of that, right? So I can formulate list of analytical questions, okay? And then for each analytical question, you can do the data analysis, okay? So for example, if I say, like, which category of product is top selling, right? If that is my first question, what I need to do is, when I say which category is top selling, so what all the attributes involved, category and the sales, right? So what you need to do is, okay, so first you move the category. Okay, so you have your category here. Just drag and drop. First, drag your category attribute and place it in the row shelf. Okay, I brought the category here. Okay, and then I want like category, top selling category, right? So it means like sales. Second attribute is sales, right? So I have your sales measure here. Just drag and drop here. Okay, it's not placed. Let me do it again. Yeah, it's placed now. So when I just dragged and placed my sales here. So what you need to do is you just need to drag and drop the attributes into the row and column shelf. Okay, automatically the visualization will be created by the tablet creates the visualization. Okay, so by default it has created a bar chart here, right? So for example, you could see, right, no, so what is this, like, category wise sales, right? Obviously from the visualization, the insight is this, the top selling categories technology products, right? So this is our insights. We got the insights from the visualization. So now I'll show you the other options, what you can do with this. For example, here there is a show me tab, right? So if you see, like, if you want, for example, by default, we got a bar chart which was recommended by the tool, right? If you want to, like, try the other charts, okay? If you want to make a pie chart, okay, you can click that. It's not really appealing, right? And maybe if you put a bubble chart like this. Okay, it shows it's not really very good, right? It's like a list that really doesn't make very impressive one. Kind of that. So you can just play around and see, you can see, like, you can like choose that, like, visualization. There's a tree map here, right? This is a tree map one. Okay, so it shows something. But really couldn't figure out which is top selling, right? So obviously then I would go back for the bar chart, right? That's good and appealing. Gives me the insight what I need, right? So that's what. So by clicking the show me thing, you can change the type of visualization. Okay. So this is the first thing I would like to introduce. And then and the next thing is for example, you have couple of page shelf filters here, and you have your mark section here, where you could see the color shelf, label shelf, and all that. So let me quickly introduce a few more elements which might help you for your analysis. So we have done the basic visualization now, right? And then for example, if you would like to use some filters, okay, if I want, if for example, if I want to know, okay, this is the overall sales, right? For example, if I want to know what is the region wise sales, if I want to know if I want to know which region wise what is the sales, right? So maybe what I can do is, there is a region column, right, or attribute. Just sorry, just drag and drop the attribute based on you want to filter. Just drag and drop and place it in the filter section. It will ask you whether you want what you want to filter. So initially, let me choose all there are 4 regions like central, east, south, west. Let me choose all. Okay, initially, right? I've done now. Okay. Now, if you want to if you want to show the filter, you have to again click the filter. If you click show filter, so the filter will be visible here, right? Now I have applied a filter. Okay, now the current visualization, it shows me the sales across all 4 regions, right? Across the 3 category of products. So for example, if you wanna if I want to know the sales only in the east and south region, right? So see, I'm removing the central and the west. See, correspondingly, the visualization is getting updated, right? So it means the data is filtered for for this particular graph. The data belongs to east and south regions are filtered and given for the particular visualization, and the corresponding visualization comes here. So something like this. Okay, so this is how we can use the the filter option. Okay, so this is one simple visualization. Okay, and then if I do just one more. Okay, for example, if I want to do something the sales one, right? So for example, if I want to know the profit, okay, sorry, if I want to know the profit, okay, profit over time or kind of that, okay. So just drag and drop the attribute profit, okay, right? I got the profit maybe based on that over time, what was the profit if I want to do that. Okay, maybe I can just take the shipping date. Okay, let me track ship date. Okay, right. If you could see here, so it gives me a line chart, right? So of it says over the years, okay, what is the profit? If you could see the profit has drastically gone down, okay, recently with the data, right? So it shows me the based on yearly summary. If you want to go for detailed monthly, quarterly summaries, if you just click on here, it shows you it's drilling down the dimensions. Okay, so you could see from yearly, now you got the quarterly sales, right? So what is the quarterly sales? Oh, sorry, quarterly profit. Okay, for the particular business, right? So again, if you want to go drill down, okay, again click on, it gives you monthly, right? So it is the monthly one. Okay, really, it really doesn't look very appealing. Okay, maybe if I take this out, it's better, right? So kind of that. So you can or if you want a detailed one, you can have this one. So this gives you the in 2014 during these months. So this is so you can just scroll over and figure out the exact values for it, kind of. So this is one good. Likewise, you can do a visualization kind of that. So this is how you can move on. You can create your basic visualization like this. Okay, so then for example, if you you can obviously as we do in Excel, you can rename category wise sales. Okay, you can rename every sheet. Okay, this is profit profit versus profit over ship date. Okay, so you can name your worksheets. Okay, and also maybe if you want to place for example, if you want to apply colors, right, what you can do is, for example, if I want to show every category of product in a different color, okay, so then maybe you can just place your category column. So just you need to place your respective category. For example, I want to place give a different color for every category. Just drag the respective attribute and place it in the color pan. Okay, see the color is applied on it. Okay, so what you need to do is, okay, if you would like to apply the color panel, okay, right, so drag, like, based on which attribute you would like to apply for, you would like to differentiate the visualization, right? So I want to give a different color for different category, so I choose the category and just drag and drop. Okay, so because it's quite, like, the Tableau is quite like, user friendly. Okay, so because all we need to do is just apply our mind and like, like, plan what to analyze and how to analyze, and like, figure out what attributes are involved, and you need to just drag and drop and you can make use of the features around. Okay, so this is how something like this. Okay, right, so and then so for example, we have created two worksheets, right? Okay, let me create a simple dashboard. Okay, because generally how they do is with Tableau, so you can create how many worksheets you want based on the requirement. You can create the worksheets, and finally what we can do is we can create a single dashboard where we can import the insights from all the worksheets, and we can create a single dashboard, and that will be presentable to the like, audience, kind of that. Okay, so I'm going to create a dashboard. If you just go click over, this is a worksheet icon, this is a dashboard icon, you could see here, right? So I'm going to create a new dashboard, so I'm just going to click that. Okay, okay, let me rename it as, like, sales analysis. Okay, right, so I've got, so if you see the dashboard, like, the space here, right, you could see, see the whatever the worksheets you have created, right, so all that appears here. Okay, right, what you can do is, okay, you just need to drag and drop the worksheets here. Okay, for example, if I want the category, what you need to do is so when you want to, like, move your worksheets into the dashboard, okay, just if you just click drag and drop, okay, it just comes and occupies the whole space. If you just click drag and drop, so it's not quite like, it's like it takes the whole space, right? So what you can do is, instead you press shift, okay, and then drag and drop. If you press shift, and along with that, if you drag and drop the like, worksheet, so it takes that fixed space. Okay, so it's quite flexible to move around. So it's placed here. Oh, I've not placed the shift properly. Yeah, right, now I pressed the shift and I dragged out. Okay, so now I've got the first one. Okay, and maybe I can again hold this in one, and then maybe I'll take the second one similarly, holding the shift and dragging the second one. Okay, right, so it's not this is my filter one. Let me, like, drag it again to give a good clarity. Okay, right, right, let me zoom it. Correct this one. Take this out. Okay, right, this is better, this looks better. Okay, right, then again the second one, control Z. I have to press shift and just drag and drop. Okay, got it here. All right, let me zoom a bit so that I get to see all the details. Okay, right, it's better, right? So you can just move one place accordingly how you would like to see the dashboard. Okay, so now if you could, I would like to introduce one more option. Like, now I created a worksheet and I created a dashboard by importing those two worksheets, right? So my category wise sales visualization I brought here, and like and like the profit like based on shipping days. Okay, what is the profit? The profit over time, right? I got it here, right? So now, if you like, now how I can make it like, I did the visualization here, right? Now, how I can make an interactive visualization, right? For example, sometimes, if you present this, right? So, okay, you are presenting here the whole, so sales over different categories. So if the audience would like to know, okay, so I want to know what is the total sales only in the central and west region, right? So what do you do then? So you will disable the east and south. So you can show them, guys, this is the one. This is the sales for western central region. You say that, right? But if I do some changes here, like if I just use the filters here, you could note like why if I like only the first visualization is getting changed, right? But when you're presenting your dashboard, it like obviously when you do some like when you apply your like based on your requirement, when you apply some filtering options, right? So like it should be like whatever you like you apply, it should be applied to all the worksheets, right? So because it won't be fair if this visualization shows for east and south region, and this one shows for all the four regions. That doesn't really make sense, right? So what we need to do is, so if like when you make some like when you make some filtering options in your like dashboard, what you need to do is, okay, right, you have an option here, like let me choose initially everything here. Okay, so there is an option. For example, if I use a filter option, right, that should be applied to all the worksheets, so that your whole dashboard look consistent based on what you want to show to the audience, right? So to do that, we have an option. If you go to the like worksheet where you have used the filter, right, so just click on the filter. Okay, and then if you see here, if you could see an option here like apply to worksheets, right? I would like to apply the filter to worksheets. So which worksheets and all I would like to apply this filter, right? So for that we have an option. For example, if you could see here, they have an option like I want to apply this filter. Okay, like I want to, if I want to do the filtering based on the region attribute, right? If I want to apply this filter to all the like all the worksheets, okay, all the worksheets which are using the same data source, right? So right, so from the same data source, if I'm creating 10 worksheets, if I want to then I want to apply the filter to all the 10 worksheets, then right, so we have an option for that, right? That's what we want, right? We need, right? So apply to worksheets all using this data source, right? All worksheets using this particular data source, this filter will be applied to all. So just choose that. Okay, so now I applied it, and see here also it's applied. Okay, initially before we didn't do, right, we just created this visualization. We didn't like apply a filter. So since I applied to all worksheets, so it got applied to automatically all worksheets. Now if you see here, right, if you could see, for example, if I want only east and south, okay, if I just look at both the visualizations, see if I'm removing central, see there is a change. So both the visualizations are getting updated. If I'm removing the west, okay, right, see, so it means like so now we like we made like now your dashboard like it's consistent. Okay, the visualization is consistent because we enabled that particular filtering option for all worksheets, kind of that. Okay, so likewise you can like you can interact with the dashboards, right? So so this is what like quickly I would like to touch upon in terms of Tableau. Okay, so I would like to give an overview, like because this is a limited session, so I cannot do everything like but I would say maybe this would be because most of you would like to try, like you have not you didn't get the opportunity to use the Tableau. Maybe you can use this as an opportunity, and you can maybe install the Tableau, which is available for free a year for a year. You can install, and the data set is with you. Maybe after the session, what you can do is import the data set. Okay, and then as I said, like you can formulate a list of analytical questions. I've formulated something like this here for you. For example, if you could see, right, for the superstore data, maybe I just formulated some there's a typo here, right? So like which category is best selling, right? Which subcategory is most profitable? Which customer segment is most profitable? Which is the preferred ship mode, right? All that they would like to know, right? The business management, right? People, right? They want to know, right? Because which region is most profitable? No, because no. Like formulating, because these analytical questions, it need to be formulated in such a way that okay, the insights from the analysis, okay, if they come to know, okay, which category is best selling, maybe they increase the production, right? So and if they find like which is the preferred ship mode, then they promote that ship mode, and they just come up with some promotional strategies towards that to again further improve the business, right? So that's why. So you have to formulate the analytical questions in such a way that the insights through the analytical questions, okay, so that insights will help the the decision makers to take the right decisions, okay, so that they can really plan and improve the business. So that's the whole context is, okay. So what you can do is you can install the Tableau, and then you can get the data set. You're having the data set, so you import the data, okay, and then do some simple visualization, which I just started today. So you can create your worksheets, okay, look into the data. You can formulate your own analytical questions, okay, and then create simple worksheets like this, okay, and then finally you create a dashboard, okay, and so you can do a lot more. You can decorate your dashboards, like so you can go for example, if you want to create a title, give a title like for example, sales analysis, for example. You can give a title for your dashboard. You can just increase the font so that it looks big, okay, that's fine. So you can get, it's not, okay, let me place it correctly, Control Y. So let me place the text on top. Okay, so sales analysis. You can increase the, so you can do all that like the decorative stuffs you can do on it. That's mine. Why I couldn't move it? Because this is overlaying with that. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, you can create a heading with the text one. You can try. Okay. So all this you can do. Okay, so this is and anything else I would like to cover. So this is, yeah. And maybe you can, if you want to add label, you can add label, okay. What label you want to add, if you want to add the sales, okay. If you want to, what is a sale, right? So if you want to bring in, okay, just try that also, okay. Just like drag and drop that. So see the labeling comes here, okay, kind of that. So it labeling all that, okay. You can just try to use all the options. Just explore all these options, and you can just do some basic analysis, okay. So this is what, like this is how we use Tableau, okay, for analyzing the data, okay. Is it fine? Is that all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Right. So hope you'll get the time. So you'll get some time to look into the Tableau installation and try some basic. It's really good actually. I would say, because because the Tableau and Power BI are, they're just ruling the data. They did the data-driven industries. Okay. So try that. Okay. And yeah, and then if you how the Tableau really where's mine? Sorry. It's, yeah. I would like to show you a quick one. I think it's a 2-minute, 1 or 2-minute video. How Tableau is really helping the business. Okay, I'm just going to show you the video. Hope the audio should be visible to you. I mean, you should be able to hear the audio. Let me play the video for you. I think I have to do a simple update in my end. I have to stop sharing. I'm going to start sharing by including my system sound so that you'll be able to hear it. Okay, I'm going to play now. Okay. I'm going to start.
Impacting our fan experience here at Lumen Field is incredibly important to us.
Luxury today means trust, and it means understanding. And both of those words, trust and understanding, are fundamentally underpinned by data.
We're a network of 200 food banks, and those food banks work with a network of 60,000 partner agencies. We need to know what kinds of foods do they want and need, and are those the kinds of foods that we can provide?
The Tableau tools allow us to understand what are the next risks. How do we optimize profit? How do we optimize the chips we do get into the most cars? Anywhere in the organization, data is starting to power decision-making much more than it used to.
The access to real-time data about the people that we're serving, it allows us to act in more real time to meet their needs.
I think the best advice about becoming a data-driven organization is get on with it.
What Tableau has done is been able to shine a light on every single area across our organization and our ability to evaluate, analyze, and act upon decisions.
Feeding America is here to inspire this country to decide that food insecurity here is unacceptable. Data is helping us to do that.
The broader and the cheekier line I give about the value of data, it's the existence of your business. If you don't become a data-driven business, I don't think you'll be here in 20 years' time.
So there's one testimonial video from Tableau. So I thought I'll share it because it's most widely used. This Tableau tool is also. All right, so that's about Tableau. Okay, and then put in slideshow. So all right, so as you could see in the video, they mentioned, so it really helps them to improve the business. All right, so this I'll be sharing this slide immediately after the session. So I've shared some few videos which you might find it useful to hands-on over time. And there's one more option, maybe you can also create stories. I'll if possible I'll show you quickly now. Okay, how you can also create stories, because here with the Tableau, right? So the last one you could see, right? This is a story. Okay, so if you want, you can also create stories. Okay, right? You just need to go here. You can see, right? So you can, if you want to, for example, I just made some sample data analysis, right? Okay, so I just created 2 worksheets, right? But if you are working on a data set for your business organization, and if you do quite a lot of worksheets, and if you want to say some story to the audience, right, or to the top management, right? What if you suppose if you have making some 10 to 20 worksheets, right, and if you want to say some true story behind, like for example, if the sales has gone down, okay, if you want to tell them why the sales have gone down, and if you have created few worksheets towards that, just bring only those specific worksheets and place it here. See, this is the one. You just need to drag and drop the same way as I did for a dashboard. Okay, dashboard, we bring everything into it, but stories is like, if you want to say some story to the like top management, okay, so bring only those, just like the same way like how we do the drag and drop, the same thing. Okay, you just need to drag and drop only those worksheets which with that, you want to say some story, guys, this is what happened, this is why it's happened, all that you want to say that. Okay, just to whatever the worksheets might help you to say that story behind the sales loss, right? So bring only that, and you can create a story like that, and finally you can present it. Once you place in all the things, and you will sorry, there's an option, I'm getting this okay, because there will be an option to present it. Can I close this one? Sorry. Couldn't move this also. All right. So actually there is a screen behind this. You can once you create all your dashboards, you can present it. Okay. So there's an option. There's a present icon. You can present your story. So that get played as a story kind of that. Okay. So there's also an option. So you can use this. So I have given a quick video for that. Okay, you can see how to create a stories, okay, and how to get started with Tableau, all that. So these are the relevant resources which you might find it useful. Okay, and okay, that's about like Tableau, like data analysis using Tableau. And the next one, maybe I think most of you, most of us are using the Excel also, for creating the data visualizations. Disclose. Okay, right. So I mean, I'm not going to demonstrate because most of us are we use Excel day to day. So maybe if anyone you have not tried before, maybe for those people, maybe I'm just showing. I'm going to take a minute just to show you that. I'm not going to demonstrate this because it's quite we can do by ourselves, right? So for example, even you can use Excel for beginners, like those who, if you have not done data analysis, if you are a beginner, if you want to just start with that, okay? In that case, okay, for example, if you have some sample data, right, in a tabular form, right? For example, then what you can do is right now you can choose your data, right? For example, I have a data here like product category sales, what is the market share for the particular product category, what is the region of sale, and what is the purchase amount. If I have some data, right, if I want to create some visualization, okay, what you can do is, so you have a built-in option here, like with Excel. So you just need to go to, like, you could see here, like, see insert, right? For example, if I want to know what is the sales, like category wise sales, okay, right? Product category wise sales, just choose the data for which you want to, like, do some visualization, choose the data, okay? And then go here, okay? You can go to insert tab. If you go to, like, if you need to go to the insert tab, okay? Go to insert tab and you will see a lot of visualizations. See, there is a bar charts here, okay? And let me show you, like there's a tree map solids here, pie charts are here, okay? And the line charts are here, okay? There's a lot more in it, right? So what you can do is just choose the data and go click the like like for example, if I'm clicking a 3D column chart, okay, just says like so it gives me a bar chart, right, a column chart here, right? So now if you want to, like, so it says me what are the different product categories, so what is the sales, right? So if you want to add, like, the access titles, or if you want to give a title, all that you can do, you can play with that. So all you need to do is click the chart, okay? If you go to chart design, click the graph, and if you go to chart design, okay, and you can add all the elements. You can add access title, okay, and if you you can add like the chart, give a title for the chart. You can add data labels, all that you can do, okay, right? So you can try this one, okay, right? Just like, for example, if I click access title, you want to give either the for x-axis or y-axis. You can choose that. For example, if I give x-axis, you can just give some headings here, like, product, product category, kind of that, okay? Similarly, you can give a like, y-axis title as sales. Vertical is like sales, for example, something like that I've given. Okay, sales, okay. And similarly, if you want to add the, like, the data legends here, for example, data labels, if you want to add, okay, click the data label, and how you want to, like, place it, like, there are different options, how you want to, where you want to place the data labels, okay, right? So you can have placed it, it comes here, okay, there are different options for that, okay. So there are, like, default, you'll get different layouts also, like which layout you want, you can just choose one, okay, based on whichever is appealing, kind of that, okay, right? So all this you can play with that, okay. This is a very simple one. So I've just, like, you can do a pie chart, bar chart, line chart, tree maps also you can do, right? Stacked area charts, there are a lot in it, okay. So I think you can do it by yourself. And the last one, if I have the time, Dr. Shankar, can I take another, like, a quick 5 minutes to complete that quick, like, I'm happy to show, like, with Python, how we do the basic data analysis visualization for the same data set. Is that all right? Another 5 minutes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No
All
issues.
right. Okay. Because that is covered. Then tomorrow I can fully take towards the like, data analysis with Power BI.
Okay, ma'am.
Right.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. And so what we do is now I'll just quickly show you, because in terms of the like, data, like, to analyze the data and create that visualizations, like, Python is also, I would say, it's one of the most widely used platform, okay, for analyzing the data and creating that visualizations. And there are a lot of like, the libraries are available with Python, okay. And I'm gonna just show you how we can do a, like, for the same data set, okay. But all we need to do is we need to do some bit Python scripts, okay. So I've just brought the Jupyter notebook, okay. I'm going to use for today to show the, like, the same, I'm going to take the same data which we used for the, like, the sales data analysis, this sample superstore data. I'm just going to take it, okay. And let me open my Jupyter is here. Is my Jupyter is here? Yes, it's here. Okay, and let me close my Mentimeter. Okay, right. So like, you can use any no, you can use Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab. You can use any platform. Okay, I'm just gonna use the Jupyter Notebook for today's quick demo. Okay, what you need to do is, so first, so this is your Jupyter notebook, right? Space, and what you need to do is, okay, you can create a new workbook. Okay, okay, I've created a new notebook. Okay, right. So I have quick tutorial documents. This also I'll be sending along with the slides. You can practice with that. Okay, so because obviously Python, I'm not gonna go into Python. Okay, I'm just quickly give an outline, so importing the required packages. Okay, to do my data manipulations. Okay, I'm just gonna here I'm importing NumPy pandas. Okay, they are to do that data manipulations. I'm importing it. So just in the if you're not used Jupyter before, you can just place your script here and you can run the script. Okay, it's basically an interpreter thing. So it runs script by script. Okay, so I'm just importing the packages. Okay, after importing the packages, I need to import my data. That is I'm just going to so first one is right, so cutting this off for now. Okay, right, so see, actually I'm using pandas here because pandas and NumPy are basically used to these two packages. It contains all the built-ins and the the functions towards supporting the data manipulation tasks. Okay, so this pandas has a method, okay, built-in method named read excel. Okay, I'm using that. Okay, so because I'm importing the built-in of pandas, right? So PD is an instance for the package panda. Okay, so I'm using so to invoke the method read excel, so I should use PD dot read excel of, I should give the name of the file. Okay, here there are two options. So my file, I have uploaded the superstores file already into the Jupyter. My file is here, sample superstore, right? So in that case, I can just give within double quotes my file name here. If you are saving your file within the local disk in the C drive or D drive, in that case, you have to give the whole path within the codes. Okay, so I'm just giving the, so this script will read the Excel file. Now I'm reading the Excel content from the Excel. Now I need to put it into, I need a place to put my data into my workspace, right? So for that, there's some concept called the data frame, okay, which is supported by the pandas and NumPy. So I can create a data frame. Okay, and so for that you can use any variable. Okay, let me use a variable like superstore data frame. Okay, is equal to, okay, right? So it means first the data is extracted and that will be loaded into this data frame superstore df. Okay, is the name of the data frame. This contains all the data. Okay, right? So if I'm executing it, so it's executed now. If I just print this one, see I got my data here, right? See I got my data, right? So if you it says totally this many rows, 994 rows and 21 columns, kind of that. Okay, and then okay, I'm not gonna go very deep. So maybe if you want to, I displayed the whole data frame. If you want to see the top 5 rows, you can put df dot head, all that you can do. If you want to see the top 5 rows, you can place the command, it'll execute, it'll give you the top 5 rows. Okay, and if you want to know the shape of the frame, the data frame, it will give you, use a shape command. Okay, and few more, you can, if you want to do some if you want to know some statistics about the data set, okay, there is an info method. Okay, you can use that, will give the informations about what all the attributes you have, what type of data it is, kind of that. Okay, all that, some basic stuff, so you can just do some, you can play with that. Okay, and I'm gonna move to the, due to the time constraint, I'm gonna move to the visualizations part. Okay, there is something like describe method. If you use that, that will give you the complete statistics about the whole data frame. Okay, what is the mean value, what is the standard deviation of the particular column value, kind of that, all that. It will give you some basic statistics about the whole data. Okay, I'm gonna focus on the visualizations, right? So now, as I said, so because our focus is towards visualization, so I'm gonna import the matplot library, because as I said, matplot library is a library, okay, that has a lot of built-ins available and which could be used for creating your graphs. Okay, so I'm just gonna use that here. Okay, so I'm import, so you need to import it first. So import matplot library dot pyplot as a plot which is an instance. Using that, you're going to use the matplot library built-ins. Okay, I'm just going to run it. Okay, I've imported matplot library. And then now let's do some visualization. Okay, for example, I just brought some script here. For example, let me place it here. I'll show you. See, for example, what all you need is, for example, let me cut this and show you. See, first you have to say, for example, if I want to make a graphical visualization of what like subcategory wise sales, if I want to make a visualization, you just need to say like plot is an instance, right? So PLT dot which attribute I want to take for the x-axis and which attribute I want to take for the y-axis. Okay, so you just need to say that. Okay, so for x-axis the subcategory, for the y-axis sales. So you just need to say that. In addition, I just got few more scripts. If you just see, like these things are like for setting up the space. Okay, how much the figure size should be. Okay, right, and what type of chart I want to bring. I want to bring a bar chart, kind of that. Okay, and what is the font size should appear within the graph. So these are all some like things for setting up the space. Okay, and looks, right. So I've just brought that script. Now I'm going to run the script. It'll take a few seconds. Yeah, see, it brought the visualization here. Okay, right. So it just says like what are the different subcategories and the corresponding sales on it. Okay, if you wanna if you want category wise sales, okay, just change. So you need to see what these are all the attribute names. Okay, so I'm changing subcategory to category. Okay, I want a category wise sales. So let me change the attribute name. These are all the attribute names, which is whatever is there in the Excel. You have to use the same attribute name here. Okay, right. So I have just changed subcategory to category. So my visualization now should be updated to category wise sales. Okay. Take 2 seconds. Yeah. See, your visualization is updated. So category wise sales, right? All there are 3 categories and the corresponding sales, kind of that. So this is how it is. So you can do some get your data and you can use matplot library. There's a Seaborn library is there. So there's a lot more and you can explore on it, but we have options. This is how we do the use Python to do the basic data visualizations. Okay. And I just brought a sample bar graph. You can try line chart, or you can create heat maps. You can do a lot more. There are a lot more in it. You need to dive into deep. Okay, right. So that is about that's how you can start using. If you are familiar with the basic Python language, okay, you can use Python for data analysis. Okay, that's also very useful. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, and so these are all the tools I would like to cover. I've done that. Okay, and like some aspects around. So when you make data visualization, obviously it should have a good clarity. It should be accurate, and it should be whenever you make one important aspect is whenever you make a visualization, it should be audience centric, right? What audience they look for, what they need out of your results, right? So keeping the audience centric approach and creating a visualization would be helpful. Okay, and some best practices. Okay, so you need to think, okay, for this type, maybe for this data, this type of chart will suit, this color would be good, this sort of labeling will be good. So you need to think about all that, and you have to make an interactive dashboard. Okay, or you should make an interactive visualization with the suitable tools. Okay, so that is my last slide, and thank you all. Is there any questions from anyone? And so there's the option, there's a Tableau certifications also there if you want to do some certifications. So you can do Tableau certifications also. Okay, so I think that's all from my end. Just closing up. Is there any
participants? If any question is there,
yes,
please you can
yes, please
ask the questions.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm Anandraj, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Please tell me.
I just demonstrated about Tableau, how to use it. Is there any very similar modules available in Python for active dynamic changes?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In how we do it in your Tableau, all we need to do is, because Yeah, because all we need to do is we have to customize our script. Yeah, because the script, whatever we make, based on what we need to bring it in the script. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, because these tools are like for example, or these Power BI and Tableau are like with automated tools. We don't need to do anything. We just need to feed in the data. It does it automatically. But in Python, obviously, because we need to say that what we want through the script. So that is quite tedious, isn't it? Yeah.
Is there any module for dashboard creation in Python?
I have not used before, honestly. I have done some basic data analysis with Python. Yeah, maybe I can. I mean, we can. I mean, I can look into it. Maybe is there anything available for creating a dashboard like Tableau? But I've not used it before. Maybe I can check for you. I can look into it. Maybe I can share tomorrow. Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Yeah. Any other quick questions? Happy to answer.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. From your point of view, which data visualization tool is most widely used right now?
Yes, that's what I mentioned. So that because in terms of the industrial aspect, I would say most of the industries they are using Tableau and Power BI. So the market share is most of the market share is belongs to Power BI and Tableau. These are the top two, I would say. Right?
Any questions?
I hope there is no
All right.
doubts.
All right.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you all for joining us today and for your patience and thank you for making the session more interactive and for sharing, you really shared your responses in the beginning. That helped me to shape my flow, and also it was very interactive, and I really appreciate that. And thank you everyone, and thank you, Dr. Shankar. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Priya Madam, for the full session you have given to us.
Thank you, Doctor.
On behalf of the School of CSE, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you,
Thank you, sir.
For the valuable sessions and sharing your knowledge with our participants. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor.
Ma'am will continue. One more. Ma'am will continue. Tomorrow we have one more session.
Power
from
BI.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, I know, sir. I know. Yeah.
No. For participants, I meant.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be joining to demonstrate data visualization using Power BI. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So now, Suma ma'am, I can take over.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Dear participant, we shall take a break of 5 minutes and we shall continue with the next session.